Almost 3 years ago, I made a video similar to my Why Malekith versus August isn't close, or who is the StarScourge and how powerful is he, where I talked about two characters and then represent them the best. As you see by the title, it is going to be a redo of my StarScourge Radahn versus Monster vs. Godzilla. And in this video, I'm going to be representing them better than what I feel like I did 3 years ago. Hope you guys will enjoy why StarScourge Radahn versus Godzilla of the Monsterverse is not close.
Pulled up to her spot, she live by the park, it's getting dark. My clock on my lap, I'm just thinking smart, so she hop out. She switching this shit, this sticking shit. She got 2 minutes, if she ain't back out, then she gon' need a lift. She left her phone, so I picked it up. This hoe slow as fuck, now miss calls, 3 of them for mom, the other 6 ain't up. I look up.
StarScourge Radahn is a character that I've talked about multiple times on this channel. As y'all know, regardless of reset or original, this man is one of my favorite characters of video games, and next to Thor from God of War is definitely one of not my favorite character of 2022 for video games. But besides all that bullshit, StarScourge Radahn, King of the Battlefield's Lion, the Red Famed Behemoth, and Conqueror of the Stars, is a very powerful character in the lands between. He has power like no other and ran to go ahead and be one of the most revered characters in the Elden Ring verse, living up to damn near the same heights as Godfrey, first Elden Lord, /Warlu, King of the Badlands, the first Tarnished to become Elden Lord, and next to the case of all character the Tarnished within Elden Ring, is the only Tarnished to be the case of matter of the most renowned and profound being within the lands between, because of the record for how much he did for the case of matter of his stature as being mortal, but doing things like no other mortal has ever seen before. StarScourge Radahn will perform his iconic feat after learning gravity magic so he doesn't crush his great horse, his great steed, Leonard, and conquer the stars, and later on with greater case of matter of adapting, testing, and practicing in full, developing the greatest matter of magic of the Carians on a higher stand, more than the case of matter of his mother, arguably, even though there's more to be talked about with her, with the case of being able to use this stuff to control stars on a multi-case way, especially with the constellation. To be able to do these feats would easily make Radahn at the lowest end multi-dwarf star level, but consistently to be able to scale to stars in movement and speed to them at the rapid succession that he would realistically have to do, as he conquered all reasonable stars to be preset and seen within the lands between, aka crushing them, as is said within the feat of the case of matter of the emblem that showcases how he did this feat, would make him multi-solar system level to galaxy level if you wink on a Gyarados, but consistently would be from a solar system to multi-solar system level case of matter of feet, and easily would make him hundreds of thousands to millions of times faster than light, but in the greater controlling of the stars on a greater case of matter of whim, and being able to use this in combat in a full arsenal sense would make him easily massively faster than light on a multi-case millions to billions, arguably even trillions, ridiculously fast person. He is also one of the most skilled demigods, and arguably in the grandstand of speed, mixed at the same time prowess, is the most skilled, as he was able to scale to Melania the Severed, the most profound demigoddess within the lands between, for her great skill and capabilities beyond comprehension, and all around he's a demonic form figure when it comes down to terror and being, as she's a woman that's sly, efficient, and brutal in execution, as she was able to make Godric Grafted be trembling in fear, which is technically not feat, but just for the record, and at the same time leading none but terror across Caelid for the case of her little brother, technically, because of the fact that he is stuck in the child's body when he's actually not a child, and being a Empyrean and obviously being old as fuck like the rest of the demigods is obviously a grown man. But her technical little brother Mikola, the Empyrean, would go on to Caelid to go ahead and face him, and Caelid, the mightiest plane of the lands between besides the plateau, would stand against her, and with the great general StarScourge Radahn, the Red Famed Lion, would stand against her. And the words of his little sister Rani, as being the oldest of Renala and Radahn kin, with being older than Predator and Rani, and the strongest of the children from arguable sense from this a physical standpoint, maybe not all the way in hacks considerably with Rani, would go ahead and lock horns in combat with Melania, and they would be drawing blades like no other and draw out And then in this, as someone like StarScourge Radahn was on his last knee, struck down Millennia's right arm, and in the last this effort to go ahead and full put down Radahn, would stab herself upon him and release the great scarlet blossom that will lead to the case of Caleb being covered in AIDS. This would not kill Radahn entirely. In spirit, it would kill him, but would not disperse this man off the senses, as instead would make this man relatively frag out, and this man would now become a decaying, rotten body of himself, but still be there, which then culminated to the case of the Tarnish, if you will, to give him an honorable death in Caled. StarScourge Radahn is a very powerful character, as I obviously said, and with his greater case hacks, he has gravity magic beyond comprehension, multiple ways to utilize stars in multiple forms. With Leonard, it allows him to go ahead and move fast and in general, but within his prime, obviously with feet and having multiple showcasings of crazy, dynamic, splitting edge forms of movement, using Twan like Sundowner will make him a very powerful, fierce foe to go ahead and face. And the word of Sir Gideon is a ferocious warrior, and even in his younger days, losing to Morgoth, he was still able to go ahead and stand against him in the siege of Lindell to go and try to take the Elden Throne during the Shattering. And can fly, has electrotechnokinesis arguably with electricity and spurge of different powerhouse capabilities beyond comprehension, and is just a beast. But let's see how he stands against Gojira. Big Gojira, the king of the monsters of the Monsterverse. One of my favorite characters in fiction, a force in nature, a walking pool of nothing but destruction and hands. Black Air Force energy if it was an animal. Besides the case of, honey badgers, coyotes, and without a doubt chihuahuas, bro. Straight up fucking demons in this world, bro. But nah, on the road. Gojira in the Monsterverse is one of my favorite versions of him, and is a very dope, interesting character, and is one of the best takes from a narrative and same time power scan perspective of Godzilla, in my opinion. Godzilla in the Monsterverse has been around before the case of Jurassic and Permanent Era, aka the prime times of Earth. He's a very old, experienced, and beast of a character, scaling above multiple different kaijus in his heyday, and even now the case of his prime, and besting the King of Skull Island, Kong, the last of the Titanious Kong. A race of big-ass gorilla-like case creatures that have been rocking with Godzilla's race ever since the dawn of humanity, it seems like. Godzilla multiple times has scaled to multiple in case of matter of kaijus, scaling from the large mountain level to large country level to multi-continental states and ranges, rocking with Shimu in the past, rocking with Ghidorah, and both of these people causing multiple case of matter of natural disasters just with their sheer movement and aura, and having the capabilities of being fucking world-ending threats. Shimu caused the Ice Age and froze Ghidorah, and Godzilla was able to go ahead and hang back with her and push her back into the case of matter of Hollow Earth. And he was even able to go about doing some more crazy shit beyond the case of that, as he was able to go ahead and drill a big-ass atomic breath hole into the ground, which the atomic breath is obviously in the words atomic breath, that is built up from absorbing gamma radiation or any form of that sort, and even plasma, through the case of his blue spiked up skeleton form of bone claws, to where he's able to go ahead and emit the most highest form of radiation beyond comprehension. Godzilla's roar, in fact, causes this, an inflammable form of breath that is able to disintegrate and destroy things in multi-case radius. He was able to again drill a hole into Hollow Earth, which is easily a large planet level case of matter of feet, where obviously with the calculations, my boy Goji Comic, I don't actually know him, this great case of matter power scan YouTuber, shout out to him, was able to go ahead and peer so hard into the Earth, he was able to go ahead and make an opposite angle reflection of Hollow Earth and him on mainline Earth in Hong Kong. Obviously, scaling to calm would make him relativistic plus to easily multiforms faster than light, as his atomic breath, especially with bigger gigabyte form burst of the energy, would make this motherfucker be booming different on matter of light scale, and multiple times to showcase his capability to be a being beyond the comprehension of any general kaiju, and multiple times his top dog. And in Godzilla X Kong New Empire, 7.5 out of 10, would watch again. Showcases him with a new form, the Super Saiyan Rose form, that allows him to boost beyond his general base physicals and get from large planetary to easily dwarf star level to reasonably large star level at a high contingent, especially taking in supernova and multi-case matter of boosting amps from its base physicals, with this being said. And yeah, that's pretty much Godzilla. Now, if it isn't obvious, StarScourge Radahn slaps, he solos. He's easily way more faster, way more stronger, has a better collection of reasonable pit for pit, bang for bang, ball for ball feats and scale, and multiple times to showcase greater Russian of different capabilities beyond the case of what someone like Godzilla would reasonably be able to face. As an cause for what the case of someone like Godzilla has ever been able to face is beings that are not obviously on the case of a demigod scale or otherworldly with magic and multi-case booming ridiculous Looney Tunes-esque catharsis of fucking literally being shit out of an anime. And Radahn obviously is a demigod, the mightiest of the demigods, conqueror of the stars, king of the battlefield's lion, is the victor. Low dip, Larry slaps him with one hit before Godzilla could even breathe a muscle. Okay, hope you guys have enjoyed. If you guys want more of these, please like, subscribe, comment, all that good jazz. I love y'all, appreciate y'all. Peace out, man.